Stargate is one of my favorite shows of all time, and today I want to share with you 5 of my most favorite episodes. Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. Children of the Gods is the first episode of Stargate SG1, following on 1 year after the events of the original movie. In this episode we get to meet the main antagonist of the first 2 seasons, Apophis, and it's when we get to see Teal'c defect from his role as the first Prime to Apophis. As a 2-part special combined into one, Children of the Gods is essentially the second Stargate movie, and was in my opinion the perfect episode to get started with the Stargate television series.
Help me. Many have said that. But you are the first I believe could do it.
The next episode on my list is Serpent Song. Now, Serpent Song is one of, if not the greatest episode of Season 2. In it, we can see Apophis crashing his ship after fleeing Sokar and seeking refuge with the Tauri. Peter Williams, the actor who plays Apophis in this episode, is phenomenal, as we get to see 2 sides of his character. That being the arrogant, pompous Goa'uld side, and the weak, scared and vulnerable side of his host. The fact that the host emerged after essentially being trapped in what he describes as an endless nightmare really cements the fact that something of the host does survive, and gives Daniel Jackson the hope he needs to carry on searching for his wife, Share.
Help me.
No.
A host?
No.
I am afraid.
Now, Window of Opportunity is probably the most popular episode of Stargate of all time. Essentially a reimagining of Groundhog Day with sci-fi elements. Jack and Teal'c are stuck in a time loop caused by an archaeologist trying to go back in time to be with his wife. As Jack and Teal'c are the only 2 people who are aware of the loop, they have to assist Daniel Jackson in translating an endless wall of ancient text. This episode is important for the fact as without it I don't think they would have grasped the ancient language as quickly as they did. The episode is one of the most hilarious episodes of Stargate to ever air, as being stuck in a time loop had an effect on Jack where he essentially gave up and decided to do whatever he wanted. From pottery to riding his bike through the SGC and golfing through the Stargate. This is one of the most quoted episodes of SG1, with lines like "in the middle of my backswing" being one of the more popular.
What the hell are you doing? In the middle of my backswing?
Sorry, sir, I didn't realize you.
In Absolute Power, we see the Harcesis child once again. A child born of 2 Goa'uld, with all the genetic memories of the Goa'uld who came before it. This was the conclusion of a couple of seasons, as Daniel Jackson had been helping the Harcesis child previously, who he later took to Keb, and ultimately the child was helped by Omer Desala and ascended to a higher plane of existence. But on his return, he gave Daniel Jackson a glimpse into what having all of the knowledge of the Goa'uld would do to him. We see Daniel gradually change throughout this episode as a result of the knowledge, and as he grows in power we see the negative effects that are present with all Goa'uld. The knowledge essentially turns him into a power-hungry lunatic who ultimately ends up turning the weapons he had made on the people of Earth. This teaches Daniel a very valuable lesson, as all of this was a dream created by the Harcesis child. This is one of the greatest episodes ever. Absolutely fantastic, and as a standalone story for Daniel Jackson, one of the best. My final episode in this list is Lost City Part 2, which is the series 7 finale in which Anubis, a half-ascended Goa'uld, is waging war on Earth. The team who had found an ancient outpost in Antarctica are trying to activate the ancient chair with the help of Jack, who had absorbed all the knowledge of the ancients again. In it, we get to see the first glimpses of the Prometheus, the first battle-ready ship of the Tauri, in action for the very first time, and ultimately see the destruction of Anubis and his fleet, thanks to the drones that were activated by the ancient chair. As a series finale, this is the absolute best, as it takes the Tauri from a simple explorer, going through the gate to a full force equipped with their own ships. This is a major moment for the Tauri, and for these reasons it's one of my most favourite episodes of all time.
More ships approaching from the opposite direction.
Sir, we're about to get our
They are not goa'uld.
Defend that scout ship at all costs.
Prometheus.
SG1, this is Hammond. Do you read?
Yes, sir, it's good to see you.
And there you have it, my top 5 Stargate episodes of all time. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification so you don't miss a single video. Whilst you're down there, consider becoming a fully fledged SciTrekker. Hit the join button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.